Okay, so today we're going to do this problem, factoring a quadratic with leading coefficient greater than 1. So this isn't difficult as long as we follow the proper steps. Our first step is to label our A, B, and C. So our A is 2, our B is 13, and our C is 15. And we get this from the standard form of a quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c, where A is in front of the x squared, B is in front of the x, and C is your constant. Next, I'm going to make a table. On your table, I want A times C. So A times C in this case is going to be 2 times 15, and that gives us 30. And then over here, I needed to add up to B. So if it's adding up to B, it means it needs to add up to 13. And here's what I want. I want factors of 30, and I want to see if they add up to 13. So the very first factor is going to be 1. And 1 times 30 gives us 30. But 1 plus 30 does not give us 13. Okay, and we're going to go in order. Okay, so after 1, we want to try 2. Oh, sorry, we also want to do the negative. So negative 1 and negative 30 also work, but that's not what we want. So now let's do 2. 2 times 15, but that adds up to 17, so that's not what I want. Negative 2 and negative 15, that adds up to negative 17, so again, that's not what we want. All right, after 2 is 3. 3 goes into 30 10 times. 3 times 10 is 30. 3 plus 10 is 13. So I got the numbers that work. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to be replacing our B term, right? So originally it was 2x squared plus 13x plus 15. And what I want to do is replace this middle term. So everything else stays the same. Let's bring that down. 2x squared plus 15. And I'm replacing that B term with the new numbers that we just found, which were plus 3x. Right? This had an x on it, so I had to make sure I bring the x with it, and then plus 10x. What we do next is called factoring by grouping. So we're going to draw parentheses around your first 2 terms and then your last 2 terms. And you ask yourself, what can you factor out from your first 2 terms? Between 2x squared and 3x, the only common factor they have is x. And if you factor that out, you'll be left with 2x plus 3. Now between 10x and 15, so that was this. If we try to factor, their GCF here will be 5, right? So we're factoring out a positive 5. And inside our parentheses, we're left with 2x plus 3. Here is a very good check for us that we are in the right place, because what's inside the parentheses for both of these should be the same, right? 2x plus 3 and 2x plus 3. And that ends up becoming one of your factors. So one of your factors is going to be 2x plus 3, and your other factor is going to be everything that was left outside. So x plus 5, and that's your other factor. And this is our final answer with the parentheses. So 2x plus 3 and x plus 5. And this is how we factor.